The following Fox 4 Sports presentation is brought to you by Nissan.
And welcome into Free4All. I'm Jeff Kolb. We have an overload of high school football to throw your way, but first we start this show on ice. Dallas Stars taking the ice tonight at the American Airlines Center for their home opener of this season. Now, if you remember last fall, the Stars kicked off their new season with a limited crowd, and that was still noticeable if you listen because, you know, hockey fans, they know how to bring the noise. But tonight, different. The first time Stars fans could fully pack the AAC at 100% capacity, and man, was that something to see and hear.
Number 14,
Oh, what a night to be at the AAC. The Stars coming into the night 2-2 after 4 games on the road to start the season. Dallas hosting the LA Kings on this night, and Dallas coming in with just 8 goals scored through those first 4 games and some missed opportunities early on in this one. Jamie Benn, the captain, unable to finish in front of the net. Later in the period, Kings, they do convert. Tic-tac-toe action. Anze Kopitar puts it past Braden Holtby, and it's 1-0 LA. Later in the period, the Stars break through. Tyler Seguin, the one-timer, past Jonathan Quick. That's Sagi's first goal of the season, and we're even after 1. Second period now, Yanni Hakanpää picking up a 5-minute trip to the penalty box. Drew Doughty down. The Kings don't like that. They mix it up with the Stars, and then LA takes advantage on the power play. Gabriel Velarde scoring on Holtby. Kings go up 2-1. To the third now. The Stars with a 2-man advantage, and they take advantage. Miro Heiskanen, the $67 million man, pulls Dallas even. His second goal of the season. And for the third time in the first 5 games, the Stars find themselves in overtime. And in the final minute of OT, it's Denis Gurianov winning it with a tremendous backhanded goal. A 43-save night in net for Holtby, and it's a comeback win for the Stars in dramatic fashion. 3-2 in overtime. Afterwards, the hero, Gurianov, on Dallas's ultimate mission.
Trying to get a Stanley Cup, you know, just yeah, everybody was exciting in the locker room. So, and especially we're so excited to play in front of our fans, you know, and we appreciate that for their support.
The Cowboys being on their bye week did not stop owner Jerry Jones from making his weekly radio appearance on 105.3 The Fan. Jerry was asked about the recent DUI arrest of safety DeMonte Casey. Cowboys owner saying he still had not seen the particulars on that arrest or heard from the NFL about a potential punishment. Meanwhile, the NFL's trade deadline just 11 days away now. Jerry, of course, also the general manager, he wears many hats, said the Cowboys always open for business. But part of the conundrum right now for Dallas is figuring out how to adjust the current roster with some key playmakers set to return from injury. Jerry also very upbeat about Dak Prescott's latest injury situation, that calf strain he suffered in New England. Jones suggesting he's not worried that Prescott might miss Dallas's next game on Halloween at Minnesota.
The best way I can say it is picture a big old thumbs up. I think we're all progressing. You can go down the list of our guys that we have coming in the near term. Gallup, of course, and of course, Dak. I feel good about his status. I don't have any setbacks or any surprises on any of them.
Now to the high school action in a game that featured 2 undefeated teams going at it, which, you know, when you're 8 games into the season, hard to find a matchup like that. But we did. Number 8 ranked Frisco, number 3 Lovejoy, both teams 7-0, battling for nothing much, you know, just the inside track to winning the district title. Plenty of excitement for both programs, neither of which has ever won a Texas State football title. Friday night, a big-time measuring stick game, of course, to see, hey, are one or both of these teams real deal contenders or not in 5A Division II? First drive for the Leopards. Alexander Hondo Franklin picked by Brandon Mayazono, but Frisco unable to turn that into points. later in the quarter. Hondo this time on the money to Kyle Parker. Lovejoy goes up 10-0 after one. To the second quarter, Maiazono this time getting picked off. It's Chase Boggle doing the honors with the interception for the Leopards. Next play, Hondo to Jackson Alexander. 45-yard touchdown. All Lovejoy up 17-0. Frisco finally with a momentum play that leads to points. Stephen Margot, interception. Takes it 64 yards on the return. That would lead to a Maiazono touchdown. Lovejoy, though, takes this game, stays unbeaten, 38-15. To Globe Life Field. First ever football game there tonight. Number 4 Duncanville facing off with Cedar Hill. This one was not too close. Solomon James to Lontrell Turner, 10-zip Duncanville. Then it's Malachi Medlock. Let me in on the highlight. Goes down the sideline, scoots in for the touchdown. Another one for the Panthers, and they weren't done there. The defense gets in on the action. Lamadrick Spencer with the pick six. And Duncanville, they led by 38 at the half. Panthers cruise to the win, 58-7, the final there. Lancaster Tigers and Woodrow Wilson Wildcats duking it out at Forrester Field. First quarter, Lancaster down a score. Glenn Rice to Faison Wilson, 21 yards. Ties the game up at 7 for the Tigers. Skip ahead to the second quarter. Wilson now down a touchdown. Cam McGuire, though, no worries. He hits Graydon Thompson, 48 yards. Game even at 14. Lancaster led by 4 at the half, though, and the Tigers get the win, 49-20. Flower Mound Marcus, the Marauders, visiting the Hebron Hawks. Marauders up 2 scores, adding to the lead here. Gabe Espinoza, welcome to the house. Marcus up 21-0. Hebron finally gets on the board here. Jacob Bunniff hits Dakota Bridges. That Marcus defense, though, keeping the Hawks in check for the most part. Marcus gets the W tonight, 28-14. 6th-ranked Rockwall Heath Hawks taking on the Mesquite Skeeters. Second quarter, Britannis Snyder taking it in and putting Heath up 21-0. Skeeters would not quit, and they'd get on the board here. Chance Edwards to Jarmarian Woods, 46 yards, made it 21-7. But this one would go to Rockwall Heath. The Hawks have been good, 42-21, the final there. Number 3 Salina, the Bobcats hosting the Van Alstyne Panthers. Both teams 6-1. Salina, though, getting on the board first. Noah Bentley to Ty Hagenbrock. Bobcats take the early lead. And that was not their last touchdown either. Later, Bentley firing to Brower Nickel. Dig the name, dig the game. Salina wins 41-12. The victory tonight for the Bobcats. And now we tease what's up next, which is heading to 5A Division I, a battle of 2 teams without a loss in District 3. Azle and Brewer up next on Free4All. All right, welcome back to Free4All now. Some more high school football to bring your way. Starting with another big-time matchup in 5A Division I between Azle and Brewer. Let's head there. Both these teams 6-1 and 4-0 in District 3 play. Azle would strike first. It's Chris Lee to a wide open Burnock Aya. Looks like he might score. Gets wrestled down, though, at the 1. Would lead to a touchdown and a 7-0 Hornets lead. The Brewers answer. Montrail Cushenberry, part of the all-name team. 25-yard house call ties the game. Brewer gets the win in this one, though, 42-27. Justin Northwest also 4-0 in District 3. Tonight, the Texans taking on Granbury. Gavino Ramos with the 55-yard fumble return TD. And look at the somersault at the goal line. I like that. Northwest up 14-0. Later, Jake Strong punches in another Texan score. Justin Northwest rolls 66-14. The Texans will visit Brewer next Friday. That'll be a big one. Lake Dallas, the Falcons visiting Prosper Rock Hill, the Blue Hawks. Brenner Cox opens the scoring here, hits Ty Townsend, and puts Rock Hill up 7-0. Later, some hard running right here. Great stuff up the middle from Donovan Shannon, 34 yards through some tacklers. The Blue Hawks of Rock Hill take this one, 56-35. North Mesquite Stallions visiting Tyler Legacy. Down a touchdown, Kobe Norman pulls North Mesquite even. Says see you later, 53 yards for the touchdown, ties the game at 7. Stallions would go down again, but once again they'd tie it up. Luke Sater connecting with Cam Tyler, 47 yards, knots the game at 14, but Tyler Legacy would pull away in the end, winning this game 42-20. Still to come, a super surprise from Hall of Famer Troy Aikman at his high school alma mater in Oklahoma. And wait until you hear about his NFL man crush. Don't miss that next on Free4All.
Welcome home, Troy Aikman.
That's Pro Football Hall of Famer Troy Aikman surprising students in his hometown of Henrietta, Oklahoma. Former Cowboys star quarterback attending this morning's regular school pep rally and announcing details on an upcoming music festival in June. Troy Aikman's Highway to Henrietta will feature some of country music's top acts, including Blake Shelton, and it will benefit the Henrietta school and community. In the meantime, Aikman's Cowboys, of course, rolling, thanks in large part to his quarterback crush.
I love Dak Prescott. I guess I have a man crush on him. I think the guy's just phenomenal. I think he's the guy who drives it, you know, and has elevated the play of everybody around him. I do feel that this has the makings of a really, really special year.
A man crush. How do you like that, Dak Prescott? At 5-1, the Cowboys own the biggest lead in any division in the NFL right now. Washington and Philly back at 2-4. The Giants 1-5. All three of those teams will play Sunday. All are listed as underdogs. So even though Dallas isn't playing, the Cowboys could have an even larger lead in the NFC after this weekend. In baseball, the Astros eliminating my Boston Red Sox, pains me to say that, 5-0 in Game 6 of the ALCS. That means for the third time in 5 years, Houston is on to the World Series. Atlanta, the Braves can clinch the NLCS with a win over the Dodgers tomorrow night. College football coming up Saturday, TCU with a home game against West Virginia. I'll bring you the rest of that action on Fox 4 News Saturday night. That's a wrap for Free4All. I'm Jeff Kolb. Good day starts at 7 a.m. Modern Family is next.